Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bommer 5010-406-646. This is a plain bearing 5-knuckle full mortise wide throw steel base 4x6 hinge with a standard removable pin, non-rising removable pin. So let's dissect that part number. First of all, Bommer 5010 means it is a wide throw hinge. That means that the hinge is wider than it is tall. Okay. The -406 part of the part number specifically means that this hinge is 4 inches tall, and the height is always the first dimension on a full mortise hinge like this, and 6 inches wide. Okay. The 646 specifically means that it is in the satin nickel finish, which would be like a US 15. This is a steel base hinge, so it's magnetic because it's made of steel. There is a link below this video to the cut sheet, which shows everything important dimensionally about the hinge, this hinge and its sister related hinges. So I won't beleaguer all those points now. This is what's considered a template pattern for a 4-inch tall hinge. Okay, it's plain bearing, meaning that it's just knuckles here. There's no bearing packets at all. You can get ball bearing. That's add the BB to the front of the part number, make it a BB 5010. It is a full mortise hinge. You can see from the swag on the hinge leaves here that this hinge is intended to be mortised, flush to the edge of the door into the frame. Okay, available in several different finishes from Bommer, so that's no problem. Available in security pin sort of situations where you might want to consider that if this was an exterior door. You don't want people to be able to tamper with that pin. You can order these with a non-removable style pin and several other security features, safety stud, etc. You can get it with decorative tips. This is what's called a button tip, and that's typical. You can get urn tip, steeple tip, and ball tip, of course, the most common. You can special order them with radiused corners, should you need that. Okay, so a wide throw hinge. This hinge is going to be used when you have a couple of conditions. You would have a door inset much further into the frame than standard, the standard, 1/8 inch reveal or 3/32 reveal, where you need to get the door, to operate correctly. You need to have a hinge with a axis of pivoting thrown out much further. So this one is a good inch. This one is an inch greater dimension on the vertical axis of pivoting versus a typical 4x4 hinge. So you'd use it if your door was pushed in further into the frame, or you would use it if the door occupied the standard place inside the frame, but you had a thicker than average casing. You might have a treatment to the brick mold or whatever the case might be where you've got very thick casing, or you might use these on windows. I've seen these on historical buildings used on windows that had shutters on the outside, so they had to get the window out further around, what was added to the face of the brick, or the fact that this window was much further in than standard, which would be more like the first example given. Very nice quality hinge, and if you're considering a full mortise, if you're considering a wide throw hinge, you might want to think about extended lip strike plates as well. Those could be used or could be needed hand in hand with a wide throw hinge, so keep that in mind. The last thing I'd like to point out to you would be the Bommer logo. You can see there, right above it, says Made in USA, a fact that Bommer is quite proud of, as am I, to be a distributor of theirs. If you have any questions on the Bommer 5010-406-646, plain bearing, 5-knuckle, full mortise, wide throw steel base, 4x6 hinge in a satin nickel finish, or any other Bommer product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.